Hi, it's Christine, and you might know me as the Emotion Body Belief Code practitioner. Um, I have been able to heal myself through a lot of emotional release work, forgiveness work, grounding. There's many, many factors into healing yourself on a physical, mental, emotional level. Um, and many of you know I suffered with severe fibromyalgia, psoriasis, IBS, extreme fatigue, and I was diagnosed many, many years ago. I also have hemochromatosis, which means my body stores too much iron, which can make you tired as well. So, in doing the emotional release work, I have been able to completely get rid of the psoriasis and the IBS. The fibromyalgia pain is gone, but I do have some lingering symptoms. Like one of the things I have not been able to do is to get my energy levels back to a level where I feel that I should be for my age. I'm 57. So this year, 2025, is a year of big changes for me. I stopped dyeing my hair, so I'm on this journey to let my hair grow, and I now also want to address the other physical symptoms that I seem to be noticing now. Um, I'm postmenopausal, so things tend to seem to go south once you hit that point. Um, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. This is my first day that I'm starting a carnivore diet. And it's more dirty carnivore because I've honestly been eating so horrible that I don't think that I could just go very, very strict. But I am going to do very minimal. One of the reasons I feel that I have fatigue and I feel like I have to nap almost every day is because of all the processed junk that I've been eating. So that is my main reason for wanting to do this elimination diet. But I also need to lose some weight. And I'm hoping it'll help me with some other issues. So, since this is the first day and I'm starting it, I'm going to read to you, because I wrote them down, what my symptoms are. And then as I go along this journey, I'll make a video once a week to see if any of these things have improved or changed. So, I'm going to be doing the BBBE for the most part. I'm not ready to transition out of caffeine yet, so I will be having my coffee in the morning. And I know that's planned, and I know, a lot of people give you grief about it. And I do have 1 teaspoon of raw sugar in each cup and half and half, just a little bit. And I have 2 cups of that every day. The other non-carnivore thing that I do is mullein, which is a plant extract, but it has really, really helped my asthma a lot to thin out the mucus and secretions. So those are the 2 non-carnivore things that I will be continuing. Everything else, I'm really going to try to be strict. So I bought the LMNT electrolytes, and I'm only going to be eating, the allowed strict carnivore foods. So I'm going to stay away from dairy, except for that little bit of half and half that I have. I know I should be using heavy cream, but that's what I have. So that's what I'll be using. I'll probably switch over when it's time to buy more. But so I'm 5'4", and my weight this morning was 197.5. So I do have to admit, I gained like 10 pounds in the last month because I've kind of been cramming all the foods that I know I'm going to miss into my diet. So I've been way overeating. Another thing about me is I am a daily smoker. And that is something that I'm going to address in the future. I want to get my diet cleaned up first. And I know a lot of holistic doctors tell you to clean your diet up first because then it will make it easier to quit smoking. And then if you do tend to gain some weight after, because when you quit smoking, your metabolism does tend to slow down. It's not going to be adding to you starting overweight. All right, so here's the symptoms that I have, and I'm going to let you know every week, you know, the weight change. And I'm also going to let you know how, if there's any changes in these symptoms that I have. So I wrote a whole list down, so I'm just going to read them. Feeling tired and sluggish, right? I still have some body stiffness, some right side shoulder pain that radiates into the neck, but this is intermittent. It's not every day. I have bad asthma ever since I was a kid. I need reading glasses now. I do have hip pain after mild exercise. So if I walk a couple of blocks, my hip is killing me. Intestinal bloating and gas after eating. Seasonal allergies, especially really itchy eyes. My allergies have gotten a lot better since I did the emotional work, you know. So I am going to encourage people, don't just do one thing for your overall wellness. You have to do multiple things, and doing that emotional release work is super important, because you're only going to get so far doing one thing. All right. Feeling very tired after eating, like where I feel like I need to take a nap, like just, you know, really bad. Waking up in the middle of the night to pee. A lot of times a lack of motivation. Now, another thing is frizzy, brittle hair. You know, my hair has thinned out a lot since I'm postmenopausal. I never had like thick, luxurious hair, but it just seems, you know, and I do feel that the stuff that's growing in is a bit healthier because it's not, you know, being chemically treated. Another big thing is the crepey skin. You know, so I have a lot of crepey skin under here, but I've been noticing it on my arms, and I don't know, you know, if you can tell. Yeah, see, like that kind of thing. So I'm hoping, because there's a lot of collagen in this diet, that it will help with some of the crepey skin stuff that's going on. Let's see. Intolerance to heat and humidity. I've had that for a very long time. Like I feel super uncomfortable. And what happens to me is if I'm out in heat and humidity, I almost feel like I'm going to pass out because I don't really sweat. I get clammy, and then I feel like I'm going to pass out. So I don't know if that's a hormonal thing or what that is. You know, the sugar and carb cravings, obviously. And I do need 3 milligrams of melatonin in order to fall asleep at night. That's been a long-term thing about, you know, falling asleep. I have a lot of floaters, which I started having 1 or 2 of them when I was a teenager. But I have a lot of them. Like the last 10 years or so, I've noticed a lot of them. And also dental issues, you know, like receding gums and a lot of bone loss. So I've had a lot of teeth extracted in the last 5 years or so. So I'm still in the process of getting dental work done. But it seems like when I get a deep cleaning, like the perio cleaning, it's not helping, you know. So, and I know smoking is terrible for that, you know. So I'm not here for people to give me tips or advice. Believe me, I'm a research nerd. I know what I'm doing, you know, and I'm in the process of, you know, eliminating these things, the reasons for why. I did have a concern because of the hemochromatosis, going on a diet with a lot of red meat that has high iron levels. But I did notice, I did Atkins like over 20 years ago, and getting rid of the iron fortified carbs, processed food, and eating mostly meat back then, my iron levels, I didn't have a problem with them. I mean, I'm on maintenance. My hemochromatosis is hereditary, which was diagnosed probably 25 to 30 years ago, a very long time ago, where my levels were high. But I've been on maintenance for a very, very long time. Right now, I only have to go once every 3 months to get a phlebotomy. So I just had my levels checked the end of April, you know, for all the iron stuff. So I'm interested to see the next time I go back how that's affected. So I didn't, all my blood tests, everything else is in the normal range. So, you know, I'm not diabetic or pre-diabetic. I don't have cholesterol issues, although once in a while my triglycerides are kind of high, which the doctor said it was from, too much meat. But really, when it went high, it was like the processed carbs that I was eating. So I have a tendency to not really believe that that's accurate, but we'll see. So yes, today is day one, and I am keeping a record of what I'm eating and drinking. Um, and I'm not sure if everybody wants to hear the day to day to day stuff, but I am going to be doing strict, and I want to see how certain things are going to affect me, because I know people talk about when they add dairy in, it affects them. Some people it doesn't, but I'm not going to really do like the cheeses and stuff like that, at least the first week or two, to see how my body is without it. All right, guys, I will keep you updated, and you have a great day.